Hello. Today, I, Vasundhara Panchal, the founder of Footprints Mother Circle, am here to share with you a wonderful journey of motherhood. This is a special Saturday. Indeed, the 12th session, the stories of unique mamas with powerful stories. I have chosen this day to come in front of you and share my journey as my son Rudraditya has completed his 12th year. So a happy me is sharing my happy journey with you. It all began from when I think I was a toddler. I had always just two basic dreams. The one was very evident, my profession, and that is to be a teacher. I was raised by very beautiful women who worked, who spoke, who behaved, who talked, who inspired, who cared, who loved, truly like an inspiration. Yes, so myself, when I thought of or was asked about what would I be in my future, I always spoke a teacher. Along with a teacher comes her attributes, her natural attributes to care, love, and be a mother. So my second wish all my life was to have a child. I didn't know what brought in motherhood, what would be in motherhood. How would I be a mother? No readings, no observations. Because from a very early age, I began teaching. I was just 16 when I came down from the convent from Mount Abu to my native. It wasn't a very posh area, it wasn't a city. So, missing my friends, missing my Sophia convent culture, missing being with all my co-minded, fun-loving girls, I began teaching. That journey, in fact, imbibed in me the ease to be with children, the confidence to take them to another level, to build more curiosity and make them happy while studying. So the journey began even before I was married. I was a mother to many children. 2008, my child was born when I was 30 years old. I had suffered gestational diabetes, wherein I was taking insulin. I had my health issues, but natural like everyone, I myself was very conscious about everything. But the day came when I was hospitalized. In fact, Rudy's heartbeats were not to be heard. So hence, we rushed on 7th August 2008. And Dr. eased us. She was a wonderful lady. So after the ease and after listening to lovely hymns that my mama and my mother-in-law both recited, I was sure nothing is gonna go wrong. 7:58. That's when my son Rudraditya was born. It was early morning, monsoon, heavy rains, and all that I could hear was the cry of my child. "It's a boy," said one of the doctors. And then immediately he was rushed to the ICCU. Seeing to the proximity of him getting diabetic and the weather, he was taken under care. He developed jaundice, which was on a high note. I got anxious because I had not held my baby. It was day 3 when I saw one of his video of him asking or yearning for milk, crying in that little crib. gathered all my energy, pumped out all that I could do, and sent him milk. I developed fever because of the anxiety that I had. But nothing could deter a mama because I hadn't seen him yet. So, when the day 5 came, I was soon discharged because I was getting totally out of control. I rushed to my child, not even knowing, not even realizing that it had other babies, very sensitive babies. I had to have a hand wash, remove all the clothes because it was monsoon. So my scarf, my jersey, my everything, I had to remove all the woolens. I was not even prepared to feed him. So the nurse, doctors, they all eased me out and helped me feed my child. I cannot express that moment. I am still getting the goosebumps of me holding Rudraditya for the first time. On day 7, we both walked back home, smiling, cared, loved, and welcomed to our home. That is how it started. Once I took Rudy to my room, I don't remember anything that came between me and him since that. I ate, I drank, I read because I was studying. I was doing my second year of B.Ed. I did everything inside that room. It was a world to me. In fact, I'll share you, Rudy is also called B.Ed baby because when I conceived him, I began my B.Ed. I was never nauseatic because when I was working, when I conceived Rudy, some of my course supervisors in the school, they all of a sudden left and I was there to task it all. So there was no time to think or to puke out or to even, live that I am within the first trimester. So there was nothing like that. I was always beaming with pride that I'm carrying a soul with me. So my first trimester was confident, was totally powerful because second terms, so many papers, I had more than 1500 students, more than 60 teachers with me. So never came a thought that I am a little sick or a little nauseatic or I need to take care. It was just moving around. In fact, with a double power. Second trimester, yes, after 5th month, I started developing some lethargic stuff. And 6th month, I was already diabetic. In fact, with that baby bump, I go to a 12-day Modasa, I go to the place for my B.Ed camp where there was no facility. I stayed in a hostel. It was on the 2nd floor. Devoid of all the facilities, and despite all of that, I completed 12 days and came back home exhausted. That's when I stopped everything. No work, no outdoors. So then after 2.5 months, Rudy was born. So in that little room, I began nurturing myself. I began nurturing the little one. I started living for me and mine. I forgot the whole world. I didn't know about children, books, teachers, principal, no one. I cared and I didn't even notice when the seasons were changing. It was fun. In fact, the teacher in me was always there. So I would add up Malish ke saath mein lullabies or some very creative or self-made poems, hymns, add up. So the educator in me, the teacher in me never left me. We were doing while Rudy started, sitting, and so potty training started. So what to do in that room? So there was a lot of book reading. I would read aloud. We would listen to music, soft, subtle music. In fact, we started forming a pattern. And that pattern was early morning. Rudy only, he would wake up at 5. Almost 4 5. That was his early morning call. And whole night he would sleep well. I was blessed because somewhere I felt he is assisting me or he is nurturing me and I am nurturing him. So the 1 year went by so swiftly within that room. In fact, I still can smell today as I speak to you. It is his birthday. I can smell his skin. I can smell his clothes. I can see the curls, his first curls. I can see him sleeping while I talk to you. This is a power of each mother. This is the power and uniqueness of each mother felt at every interval, at every periodic time, at every share during her journey. So the toddler began moving around, independent, confident, but very less he spoke. He observed a lot. He didn't speak much. Gradually he moved on. We shifted, house change, climate change, but my fellow was very, very smart enough. We had no TV when in his growing years. Until he was 10 years old, we had no TV. So, where do we spend our time? Not in room now. This was a big house. So we were splashing colors, playing with water, tearing, pasting, molding, everything possible. And weekends, we were super busy. How? Simple. Jot down, look into the paper, what's happening in this city, move over. What better company than your own child? So, me and Rudy, both of us, we would move out, pack lunch, pack sandwich, not much a sandwich, but yes, we were very, very, we loved eating, both of us. So, some paratha, some dhokla hai, we loved steamed. He loved to make and eat patra. It's a dish with long leaves and you put a basin and stuff and you roll it and it's steamed. He still loves making and eating it. So we would do these tiny things. I would carry juices and fruits and the whole day, maybe even 2 hours, 3 hours. We have been to the ashrams, we have done charkha. He has learned to weave thread out of raw cotton, and we met many dignitaries. We've been to fair, which was very new in the city. We've seen traditional movies. We've gone to handicrafts. So we've gone to flower shows when it began here in Ahmedabad. So we did everything very well, both hand in hand. It was, and it is, still my world. I always believe there are 2 gifts that we should give the children. 1, give them roots, and the other one, give them wings. Let them balance. Give them the choice. You as a parent, I as a mother, you as a mother. When you nurture them as a beautiful sapling, have a balance, strike a balance between being rooted and scoring high. Rudy was always free to doodle, mess, paint, touch, explore. That as an educator, I realized that actually gave him the skills that was required during his school time. So whenever in school, he's got ample of books, ample of stores wherein he has written articles. And before he could leave a school, he gave them the cover page of the magazine. So when as a mother, I gave him space, he gave me happiness. He was a happy child and I was always over the moon. My world was and will always be around him. Today, when he celebrates, he completes his 12 years. He's a child walking with me by my shoulder. He talks and ever has been talking. He speaks, he laughs, he shares. Not because I ask him, but because we've always been doing. And we share a rapport of mistake notifying. I, as a mommy, I've made many mistakes. Many. In fact, now, me and Rudy share such a volume of telepathy that he knows the countdown has to begin. माँ, पानी चाहिए? माँ, आज ठीक नहीं लग रहे हो. What's the matter? कुछ हुआ क्या? I need not even tell him, Baba. I don't want to talk. Baba, I'm tired. Baba, hold on. He reads me through. I read him through. But of course, I'm the adult. Each one, you will read your child very well. But when the reverse happens, it's magic. He knows we've coined a word called Monster Mama. Today, I am Monster Mama. Oh, we both are at guard. So my parading, they would be, I'm losing my cool. Sometimes I'm crazy. Even with his look, I do realize he read it through, Monster Mama. And he knows when he was small, to make him realize that, we also get crazy. And to not only have a happy parent, happy mother, all goody things, we did talk it out. As in when he was seeing movies, there is always the darker and the lighter shades. So similarly, emphasizing on a character like Mama is not perfect at all. So Monster Mama definitely defines each one of us, for sure. So gradually, the journey began and it's still going on, moving full-fledged 12 years. He is a barrier of life. He is what life has brought forward to me. I have in my profession balanced motherhood along with my profession. In fact, it is something that I have taken the liberty to dance around or play around in his age. So synonym to what Rudy's growth was, I was nurturing another baby. That is my own profession. I never have left being a teacher. Before Rudy, I was on the second most position of a school. I was due in the course of time to get the topmost principalship. But I let it go. I was happy. So with Rudy, I began start. I initiated my own mother-toddler program by the name Footprints Mother Circle. It was only because I knew what I was going through of not having a like-minded circle of friends to talk level-headed stuff, not to just kitty party and have fun. So I coined Mother Circle, which was for very young toddlers. With mamas, we did very good edutaining and creative stuff. As Rudy grew, I moved over. We had Rudy's Circle, ample of children of his age doing creative things. And what creative things? We brought creativity in sessions of mannerisms. So there was mannerism, we did role plays, we did all circuits. There were four different, in a week we would meet up. So Rudy's Circle was something that we were teaching each other manners at the airport, at the restaurant, at a party, but in a lovely, fun way, role play, wherein the fourth day of Rudy's Circle was a presentation. So children of his age, he and other children of his age were actually taking the responsibility of either hosting a movie date or having a restaurant pool party where they are arranging, they are laying the table, they are making the mats. All this began with Rudy's age. As we move forward, yes, we miss the outdoors. And why not? Crazy mama like me? Monster mama? No, that time I was not a monster mama. I'm creative mama, so I wear a lot of hats. So creative mama like me moved over. So we had moms and their babies and me and Rudy with another initiative called Moms Club. That is Mommies on Move Club, wherein we moved around the city, and again thematically it was all planned. So me and my bacha with all the other lovely, lively, graceful mamas and babies moved, packed, and we had circuit of exercises, fun, food, everything. It went on, moved on. Now Rudy is big. Primary years I did take a little bit away. I had Rudy well settled in the school, taking up till 4:30. So I was there. I took up 1 or 2 jobs. But then the mama in me. So half my life till 32, 35, 30, I can say I worked for people, and then I have gently come down, bowed down. And now, as the times say, we are all locked in. But me and Rudy are not locked in. So again, I took this privilege to be with my son. Why not? Let's communicate. So while we were communicating, I realized that there are so many children who are missing their friends. So why not again get together? And that's how, again with the new age, I started EEC, Effective English Communication, for children of Rudy's age. So as a mother, my journey of motherhood, balancing the work, at home responsibility, being a mama, a liberal mama. I am not strict mama, I am a very, very down-to-earth mama, because I believe in giving them roots and wings. So the journey, the balance that happened was always subtle. We both enjoy each other's company. In fact, as today is Rudy's birthday, and today is the 12th story session of Journey of Motherhood, I share with you this little poem that I wrote to my son in probably the third month. There is no date mentioned, there is only month mentioned. So I'm reading this poem to you. To my son, as your mother, I promise you that I will always be in one of the 3 places. In front of you, to cheer you on. Behind you, to have your back. Or next to you, so you are never alone. This is a book this is a diary which every month I have written his development. And fortunately, yes, it's being revealed here, but I'm so happy to share it with all of you that I will be gifting my son the 12 precious moments, first months of his life, in a written form. I would always, as a mother, even when I grow beyond this age, I would always believe that children come back to us always. They are always there with us. The tiffs, the disturbances, the turmoils, the peer pressure, everything will be there with all our children. But we as mothers have the natural instincts to get there, to reach before anything hurts them or harms them. So building up a relationship, motherhood, is somewhere near godlyhood. We have immense faith, immense trust in this relationship. So I believe, like mine, your story is unique and powerful. You have nurtured, you have loved a beautiful soul. Set them a little free. Hovering, minding, taking immense care is something that may shove off your happiness. Let them be. Give them the roots. A tiny little poem before I can say a bye to you would be like a tree stay grounded. This is from me to my son. I'll mention it in the diary before giving it to him. Be like a tree, stay grounded. Connect with your roots. Turn over a new leaf. Bend before you break. Enjoy your unique natural beauty. Keep growing, my son. Practice the pause, but still keep growing. I wish all of you happy motherhood and pride feeling to nurture lovely souls. And I wish my son, Rudraditya. Yes, I can hear you all cheering and hooting. Thank you for the wishes. I wish Rudraditya from all of us, the entire motherhood, and all you lovely mamas, a very happy 12th birthday.